Okay, so thank you for being at the drive-in. This is something that we've been doing for the past few years, and it's been a thing where we've been able to have some pictures that have kind of the more horror, apocalyptic elements. And we have had this amazing fusion that all of you are about to experience. I'm sure you all know of a band by the name of Metallica, is that correct? Well, they have a film that fits our theme at the Drive-In, and we are very, very pleased to have them here, as I'm sure all of you are. So, and also, if you don't have your 3D glasses already, please make sure you raise your hand or let our people know so you can get your 3D glasses. We want to make sure that you actually get to see this in its true essence. But enough about talking about what the panel is about. Why don't we get started with it? And so at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Bob Burney with Picture House.
Thank you, everyone. It's great to be here at Comic-Con. All of us at Picture House are very proud to be releasing this amazing, groundbreaking theatrical experience, which is going to blow you away in IMAX 3D exclusively on September 27th. So remember that date. And to get this going, I wanted to show you our never-before-seen theatrical poster for the film. So we wanted to give that to you right away. It's our brand new poster. There we go, Metallica Through the Never. All right, let's get going. I want to introduce our panel. Our moderator is the editor of the Hero Complex at the LA Times, Gina McIntyre. So give her a hand. Gina, I think you're down there. Yeah. All right. I think you're there. Okay. And I'm going to bring out the director. He is directed Predators and a super cool indie film called Control. Nimrod Antal. Nim? He's also the co-writer of the film. And our producer is one of the top 3D producers in the business who brought us Journey to the Center of the Earth 3D. She came doing it before anybody else. Please welcome Charlotte Huggins. Charlotte. And the breakout talent of our film, who from Chronicle, and you just saw him on the prior panel of Spider-Man 2 if you were here. Please welcome Dane DeHaan. Dane DeHaan. And I'm so psyched to be breaking new ground at Comic-Con by presenting one of the biggest bands on the planet to Hall H. All right. They're not only the biggest bands, but they're the writers and the creative force behind this film. Welcome, Metallica. James Hetfield. Lars Ulrich. Lars. Kirk Hammett. Kirk. And Rob Trujillo. Robert. Now take it over to Gina. Gina.
Okay then. All right then. All right.
I want one of those cool t-shirts.
Yeah!
All right then. Hi, Gina.
Hi.
Hello. Testicles, 1, 2.
Okay, but let me just point this out. Metallica is here at Comic-Con.
The world just turned upside down.
That's great.
Thank you for having us. This is fucking awesome. Yeah! Come on.
Silencio, please.
Wow.
This is very serious. You gotta be serious. Very serious. Shh.
It is indeed. We are here to talk about the new film, Metallica Through the Never, which is very serious and very cool. This is much more than a concert film. It's a performance film, and it has a really amazing narrative. And I think before we go any further, maybe we should just premiere the theatrical trailer that's never been seen before for this movie.
Wanna?
And if you have these, they are 3D glasses. You should please put them on now.
Okay.
We don't have any 3D
Do we get some
Where's
too?
our 3D glasses?
Do you want mine?
I want 3D glasses.
Did you guys like it? How was it? Okay. God damn.
Okay.
Okay, let's play that one more time. Come on.
Turn it up.
Oh, damn. Almost like a real movie.
It is. It is. Now, Nimrod, I understand you've been a massive Metallica fan for a very long time. Can you tell us how you came to direct this film?
Yeah, I had the most compromising photos of the band. You know, they had no choice. It was no, it was. I was approached by Charlotte, Charlotte Huggins, our producer, early on, and she told me they were putting together a concert film, and they wanted to bring in a narrative element, and they were looking for some collaboration and a collaborative partner, and I jumped at the opportunity because it was something that I certainly had never done before, and it seemed like a challenge. And man, like when fucking Metallica calls, you go. I mean, it's.
I know the feeling.
As a fan of the band, what was that first meeting like for you?
It was stressful, but you know, I mean, it was really a unique idea, and it was something that really just felt different, and I just jumped at the opportunity. It was something that I couldn't pass up.
Right, right. Now, Charlotte, this is a different sort of project for you.
A little different than Journey to the Center of the Earth, yeah.
Yeah.
Slight variations.
Yeah, a little bit. How did you come to be involved with this film, and how do you bring Metallica to life in 3D?
Well, I was called by Metallica's management, actually gave me a call, Q Prime, and asked me if I wanted to do a project with Metallica, and I said, you know, I'm so interested in doing a concert movie, and he said, no, they don't want to do that. They want to do something, you know, bigger and better. And I was invited to go to HQ, and as Nim said, I was really excited and honored to do that. I sat down with them, and they immediately presented an idea which included this amazing stage that you see in that trailer. We called it the aircraft carrier because it's this incredible stage with all sorts of amazing things that it does in the course of the movie, and you know, events. And so I thought, this sounds really interesting. And the idea that they presented was to do a narrative movie in which a concert takes place, and the concert is part of the story.
Right. And Dane, you're a key part of that narrative. I understand you were actually not allowed to listen to Metallica when you were younger. Is that true?
Yes, it is. Yeah, my parents did this really weird thing when I was younger. When I wanted to listen to a CD or whatever, they would buy it first and then listen to it and then let me know if I was allowed to listen to it. And I was not allowed to listen to Metallica.
That got vetoed?
If only she would have known.
Yeah. No, and then I did this movie, Place Beyond the Pines, and thanks. And I started to listen to the band for the movie, you know, because I figured it was something that Jason would listen to. And then it was like a year later that I got a phone call saying like Metallica wants you to be in their movie. Yeah, and it was just like, wow, okay. And then they sent me the script, and the script is like 15 pages of just like paragraphs of the story. You know, I don't actually like talk in the movie at all. And so much crazy shit happens in the movie. It took me like 10 times of reading it before I had any sort of semblance of what was going on. And I was like, wow, this is just way too unique of an experience not to explore further. So I met with Nimrod, and Nimrod you know, kind of let me know what it means to him. Like I go on this journey for a bag in the movie, and it's all about like what's in the bag and what would you go through to do something for someone you love or something you love. So at the end it was like this crazy ass story with a really passionate director, and I got to hang out with Metallica for 3 weeks. So no brainer.
Now, you talked a lot about the film, and I think maybe this might be a good time to show the audience a little bit more about what we're talking about here. We've got a special clip from the film that will only be seen in IMAX theaters preceding Elysium and Riddick, and you guys get to see it right now. Again, 3D glasses are required.
I love you too.
Take that with you. It's not done yet. We can't.
So, guys, could you tell us about that stage? It looks kind of amazing.
It's very dangerous. That stage will kill you, literally. We had a couple of near-death experiences on there.
I almost turned to shredded wheat at one point, and I almost turned to toast at another point.
And the camera almost took Robert out.
Yeah.
Come swinging down. Yeah, it can't kill you. Well, the stage was kind of the first part of all of it. It's really kind of it's taking a normal thing and flipping it backwards. Most bands go on tour and they practice their whatever gig over the tour, and they've got their stage set, they've got all the new songs that they're playing or whatever, and then they film it at the end to document it and then release it, which we've done before. And this is kind of taking it backwards. The film was the main part of it all, and bringing the audience in was obviously a big part of it, but the film was first. It was a film shoot. And so filming this, making the stage as intense and as crazy as possible with all the best of is what it is. All the stage props and things of the last 30 years of us, from the crosses of puppets to Doris, the Lady Justice crumbling, electric chairs, all that you saw, all put into one stage, filmed, and then hopefully toured later.
Hopefully toured later.
Maybe.
If anybody wants us to tour it later.
Exactly. Tour, making a movie about a stage and a whole, obviously what you just saw, and then bringing it to the people. Kind of cool idea, I think.
The stage is actually like the star of the film, really. No offense, guys, but the stage is the star of the film.
Sorry, Dane.
And we actually really got to thank our crew and our lighting technicians, and those guys really worked hard on this. I mean, a year before this even, we started filming this, they were working intensely on this stage, so they really kicked butt, and we got to give them a hand too.
It's the biggest stage you'll ever see ever anywhere, or at least it seems like it.
Until Through the Never 2.
I think we want to make sure we have time for audience questions. If people have questions for Metallica, do we have the spotlight and a microphone? Indeed, we do.
Ooh. Wow. All right.
Thank you.
Let me just start off by speaking for everyone here that's been waiting all night and day just to honor the presence of the Masters of Metal.
Thank you.
Now, your music is the inspiration of my life. It's the fuel to it's my everyday. Now, rumors are you're working on a 10th studio album. Can we hear what that might sound like?
Is it really the 10th? I thought it was like the 70th. 71st album, maybe?
We've been really busy with this thing for quite some time. It's pretty much overwhelmed the last 2 years of our lives.
We've been busy.
You've been busy. This whole grind is we got about 2 more weeks of work on the movie, and then we got to go around and hear ourselves talk about it for about 6 or 8 weeks. We should be done with that hopefully by the middle of October. And then I think we may have run out of other projects to do other than making a Metallica record. So it's time to go back. 2014 will be all about another Metallica record. But this thing took on sort of a life of its own. Metallica has a tendency to embrace all these nutty projects, and we just kind of throw ourselves out into them, never really paying too much attention to the specifics or the consequences. So it's been 2 crazy years, 2 super fun years, but also overwhelming and at times bewildering. But we've had a couple of jams down at HQ in some downtime, and a few riffs that have been thrown around, and we've had a little bit of fun with it. But this thing has really just sucked all the life out of us for the last 2 years, and we're psyched about it, and we can't wait to share it with everybody. But 2014 will be the record, so there is no material coming right now, but about another year and a half.
Hey guys, my name is Madigan. I'm a part of your fairly sizable female contingent of fans. Are you ever surprised at the diversity of your demographics?
I think we're increasingly appreciative of the diversity of our demographics, and as the world shrinks and we get a chance to travel to all corners of this beautiful planet, it's just overwhelming and humbling and super cool, and we are grateful and love every minute of it. There are Metallica fans all over, and strange thing is they seem to get younger and younger, right? I don't know what they
definitely getting younger and older.
What they feed people in Norway, but in Norway it's like 8-year-olds down in the front row. I don't know what happens up there, but
8-year-old females.
Right. But we are all about diversity, and as you can see, the 4 of us and everybody up on this stage, we're all a pretty diverse group of people and come from different backgrounds and different cultures and different upbringings, and we embrace diversity as much as possible.
Right, there's no rules, there's no dress code, there's no nothing to be in the Metallica family. You just gotta enjoy music.
And I think this actually has to be our last question, unfortunately.
Oh man.
What?
What?
We're just getting started.
I know, the lady with the sign is motioning at me.
What? But there's just nobody following us.
Kick her out. How'd she get in here?
Yeah.
No, sorry.
There's nobody following us, so let's just keep this going all night, right? Who let us in anyway, right?
Exactly. You're not coming back, Metallica.
But I think we might have one bit of business to take care of after this question, though, so...
Wow.
Go ahead, man.
business. Pleasure.
What you got, man?
I just want to say, for those of us who've been listening to you for our whole lives, I just want to say thank you for listening to us.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. So now we surely must have time for one more since that was so short. Don't be scared.
Hey, big fan. The movie looks great. What else do you guys got slated for the upcoming years?
Is that not enough? We also have Metallica Sandwich is coming your way.
How does a Metallica exercise video sound to you?
Sweating to the oldies with Kirk Hammond.
That's right.
You should
I have a
see
picture
Kirk
from-
in his yoga positions. It's pretty sexy.
I actually have a picture of me and the person that we're going to do the Metallica exercise video with. I wish it was big enough to share with all of you because it's really funny.
Is there another movie question? Hey.
No movie question, but question is greatest rock band in the world. Thing is, who would you like to tour with? I mean, ever, just in the history, or even present.
We have toured with Suicidal. Deep Purple. I'll take Deep Purple, Kirk.
Mid-70s UFO with Michael Schenker, since they're my favorite band.
So, speaking of touring and concerts, I'm guessing that some of you in the audience might want to see Metallica live. Tonight might be your lucky night. If the ticket that you received at the beginning of this panel Were there no tickets?
They snuck in.
Oops. I didn't get one.
We're supposed to give you those little lottery tickets. You guys
We have a breakdown in communications.
I sense a mass firing.
Okay, so what's supposed to happen are there's some tickets here. So is there
We'll
any
get
way-
through this.
I'm just
Be
the
all right.
drummer, okay?
Okay, well, for anybody who might have gotten tickets, this is how this is supposed to work. So, if your ticket numbers Okay. Ticket numbers.
I brought my guitar.
679 265 2679 545.
Why didn't anybody tell us about this? Nobody told me about this part.
There's always something, right?
We are experiencing a lull.
Thank you.
We still love you too.
Okay, we're sorting it out, guys. Calm down. It's all right. So the good news here is that there are tickets that are being handed out. And I think we probably also have time for maybe a couple of additional questions while these tickets are being sorted.
The gift that keeps on giving. Movie questions.
I gotta go with the numbers they gave me.
The tickets are getting passed out. The tickets are getting passed out. It's a random thing. You'll see what happens. It'll be all good. Let's get the tickets out and it's gonna work out. Trust me.
You'll get one, don't worry.
Next question.
So questions? Audience questions.
I have a question. Whose idea was that?
Hey, man.
Hey, guys.
How you
How's it
going?
going? I just wanted to let you know I came from Detroit. Charlotte actually gave me the guitar pick that you guys used that night. The Detroit June 8th and 9th picks. So, James, if you ever want that back, you have to come talk to me.
You'll exchange it for a ticket, right?
I already got my tickets. I'm ready to go, man. What are you guys going to do next year for Orion to make it more fan interactive?
Could it be?
I mean, I love
Everyone gets
hanging
to
out
be
with
in
you
the
guys.
band. How about that?
I got to give James a high five as he was walking by after the Hot Rush show.
Right on.
So, you know, it was just a great deal. I want to see more of you guys down there with the fans getting dirty with us.
Cool. No, we had a great time at Orion, and we always will. Hopefully, it continues on and on. You know, we're doing our best to get connected with the fans. That's what we like doing, and you know, it takes a lot to put on a festival, and we'll see the damages that have happened the last few festivals, and if financially it even makes sense to keep going, because we can't keep eating some big bills. So, but we do have a good time with it, and we would love for anything like a movie, anything we do, to at least break even, so it feels good, and we keep continuing to do this stuff. But we don't know where Orion will show up next. Hopefully, it'll be in. We'll be in Detroit. And we've got it.
Hopefully,
We've
yeah.
got it. We've got Detroit for at
After
least
all
3
that
years.
love, we got to go back to Detroit, right?
I need my pick back. You know.
Yeah, totally.
You got cut off.
Tijuana, yeah.
All right then, go ahead.
Oh shit. Hey Metallica, you guys are fucking awesome. James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, Kirk Hammett, Robert Trujillo, you guys are fucking great. Okay, well my question is, what would you say? I know you guys are, one of the greatest, biggest, wealthiest bands out there, and or maybe not.
Wealthiest.
Not after this movie.
Yeah, we
trust
just
me.
spent all our wealth on the
yeah,
goddamn movie.
So, yeah, as a
That's why there's no money for tickets.
Yeah, for the most part, I just wanted to say that you guys inspired me as a musician, a struggling musician. I'm a guitarist, a singer, vocalist. But what advice would you give to local bands who are struggling to make it in this new age, as opposed to back when it was,
Keep on playing your instrument, Brian, man, and just keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Have fun. I mean, have fun. It's all about having fun at the end of the day, and that's the joy you should get out of it, is that you enjoy playing your instrument.
Hey, I gotta catch a plane, everybody. I'll see you later.
Dane's got to go to work.
Dane DeHaan. Woo! Trip.
Give it up for Dane. Come on, man. He's got to go to work. He's got to go shoot. All right then. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Hi. I just wanted to say it was an honor to speak to you and ask you a question. Me and my buddy Perry came all the way from Texas for you guys here, and we love you. 2-part question. 1, where's the secret show, and can we have tickets? And then 2, when you guys shot the concert portion of the movie, did you shoot it like a regular concert or individual songs because of all the production going on?
It was a combination of both. We did over about 2 weeks in Edmonton and Vancouver. All right then. We did sort of full straight through sets, and we also did a couple shows where we did starts and stops and that type of thing. It was a combination of just all of the different, it was treated as a film shoot, and so the primary element was to get the movie done. Tickets were, you sort of figured out a long time ago that if you want people to show up, they got to pay something. So there was a small fee, and we donated all the money to Canadian food banks. But people showed up and were sort of cast as the extras in our movie, and we're greatly appreciative to everybody in Canada for that. As far as the other question is concerned, I'll take the 5th, which may be the safest thing to do. I think there's a couple people down here who can help you with that question, though. All right, then.
You're right.
Very right.
We will.
Go ahead, man.
Hello again. This is for the director. What was the challenge in making this? Because you're mixing 2 universes.
I'm sorry, brother. Can you repeat the question, please?
What was the challenge in making this movie?
Yeah.
Because they're converse universes. How did you mix them?
Well, I mean, for me, beyond the technical and logistical challenges, the biggest thing for me was they had entrusted me with this enormous, opportunity. And when you're given a chance by people that you admire and people that you look up to, you really don't want to disappoint them. So for me, getting over that was an emotional kind of hurdle. Technically, the concert was a challenge because it was in the round, and you have, at any moment you could potentially be shooting their backs if they choose to turn around and play to the other side. So we had to sit down and figure out, camera placement for each different day. Each song had a different visual approach because, certain songs had pyrotechnics going off on the stage, and our Steadicam operator had to get off. We'd have to do a crane, or we'd have to use a different toy to get the shot. The narrative, interestingly enough, as we worked with the band and we found the story, it organically started to play in. And what I mean by that is certain things transpire on the stage that completely are influenced by what happens within the narrative. For me, it was a fascinating process because it was something that I had never seen before. I had nothing to reference. A lot of times when you're making a movie, you can go, oh, that shot in Blade Runner? But we had nothing to reference. No one has ever done anything like this, so it was kind of free-falling.
Hey guys.
Thank you.
So I didn't win the tickets, but I'm gonna see you in September in 3D, so that's awesome. But my question is, what percentage of the movie is 3D, or not 3D, is you guys, and what percent is Dane's story? Even though I love Dane, I want to see you guys more.
Yeah.
So.
We want to see more of Dane.
It's much better looking than all four of us combined.
That's probably, I would say maybe that's best left unanswered. I appreciate what you're saying. It's it's two parallel universes that sort of cross paths all the time. Breaking that down into percentages, I don't know if that does anything. There's plenty of Metallica in there. You're not going to walk away going, I wish there was more Metallica in there. And I think there'll be more people going, put more Dane up there. Get these guys off the screen. Hey, there's two of you.
Metallica baby.
There are, Metallica baby.
All right then.
Oh yeah, sure. I didn't get to go to Big Four because I had to stay home with the kids, but I'm around this time.
Yeah, good for you. Someone's got to stay home with the kids.
I know. He falls asleep to the Rockabye Baby, Metallica, obviously. So my questions for you guys, what do you have to say for the next generation of Metallica fans?
Welcome.
Stay in school and eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
Evening, gentlemen.
Stay in school,
How are
eat your
you?
vegetables.
Of course.
Hey.
Two things, just quickly. I find that it takes a certain amount of life experience to appreciate and understand your lyrics. And number two, what keeps you going for over 3 decades? Thank you.
I would say liking what we do and being very fortunate to have early on found our gift, which is creating music, finding each other, having a good chemistry, and being willing to stay on this journey together and not let egos or insecurities let us fall apart. And to know that this is a good thing for us in our lives, and to notice it, and to care for it, and love it, and to share it with those who understand it, like y'all.
Yeah.
Hey guys, your music's been the soundtrack for my life since 1987. Thank you. And Justice for All, greatest album of all time, hands down. And my question is for James or Lars or both, whoever wrote the lyrics to Frayed Ends of Sanity. Was there a specific life experience or behavior pattern or anything that fueled the lyrics for that song? Thanks.
Birth. Birth and just living. Most of my life was full of questions, and it still is, and still trying to find the best path for myself, and just being honest in the lyrics about what I'm going through, and I think that's the best way to identify with people. I don't want to get specific with lyrics all the time because I love what it might mean to you, and when you can be vague, everyone can identify to what it might mean to them in their life at that specific moment. So it might have meant something to me when we wrote it. It could mean something to me different right now. So I love the beauty of the freedom of the lyric like that.
Would you say there's a certain amount of ambiguity in the film as well that sort of reflects that idea?
Absolutely. The film itself is multi-layered. It's not blatant. It doesn't tell you what it's supposed to be. It lets you, imagination is free and amazing. So you're able to go to whatever level you need to or want to in this film. And hopefully you're able to see it more than once and see something different every time. And not just a week later, but a couple years later. Hopefully it'll apply to your life. And, the travels that Trip goes through, they're put there in his path for a reason, and he doesn't know, but he's able to step up, and he goes from a kid on a skateboard running around trying to keep a job. He turns into a hero somehow in his life, and he doesn't expect any of that.
Wow.
Okay, I think now we have time for one last question.
Hey guys, with movies like The Who's Tommy and Pink Floyd's The Wall already in existence, what elements do you hope to share with these epic films, and what elements do you hope to introduce that would set you apart from these epic films?
Oh, I mean, to even be considered in the same sentences as movies like that would obviously be a super next level honor. The main thing that, like I said before, when we set out on creative journeys, most of the time we have no idea where we're going to land, and this was certainly the case here also. And this has been a total mindfuck of a 2-year ride. Often you can't really get the perspective until you get away from the project. I don't know what our records do or mean or sound like until I get away from making them. So this movie's still way too close, at least to me. I don't really have that perspective yet. I do know that we've put a lot of hard work and sweat into trying to make a movie that's really different from any other sort of music-based films. So your Last Waltzes, your Woodstocks, the Walls, and so on. They all stand on their own pedestals. If our movie somehow can add an additional element to that great set of music films, would be an honor. But the main thing that I'm really proud of, and I know nobody can ever take away from this film, is that it's really unique. And so, Nimrod and Charlotte and Dane and everybody else that's contributed, to this movie, a cast of hundreds, if not thousands of people, we all just set out to do something that was really pure and heartfelt. And the thing that was driving us was to try to make a film that was really unique. If you guys, or some of you guys, or a handful of you guys like it on top of it, that would be so fucking cool. But at least we can hold our heads up and say we made a really unique film, and that we'll be forever proud of.
And on that lovely note, I think we're going to try this again. Thanks, everybody, for your patience. Very, very sorry about the ticket mix-up earlier. The good news is that if your ticket has the numbers between 679265 and 679545, you have won a pair of tickets to see Metallica tonight.
Right on.
Yeah, that one.
So after this panel is over, head to room 28C, upper level, and that's where you can pick up your tickets. And thanks again to Metallica for being here.
Thank you.
It was really fantastic.
This is so cool.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us crash the
And
convention.
make sure you check out Metallica Through the Never in IMAX. And I think we're going to play the trailer one more time.